It is so funny that you make that little statement. You can do it right or you can do it fast, but the outcome is never the same, because that is so true in so many walks of life. It doesn't matter if it's radio, if it's building a house, if it's selling a house, it doesn't matter. Everybody can relate to that. So I'm guessing you have some experiences with this that you can share, some good stories.
For sure, I don't know, about 24 years worth of them. So I tell you, we humans, we are some interesting, amazing little creatures that we are. But I tell you, when we decide something, typically, like, we want it now, hence fast food, right? I mean, it's like a whole industry was born out of that. I want it, and I want it right now. But what I have found is fast doesn't always equal good, and a lot of steps can get missed along the way, which typically, well, Keith, as you know, we got a system and a process for making sure that doesn't happen, right? And just like we have everything that we do in our real estate business, there is a method to the madness, and even though it doesn't always make sense to those that are unexperienced in the real estate world, there is a reason why we do that. So the first step normally is actually just calming down the very, very excited owners that want to get the house on the market like tomorrow. And, different than fast food, where it satisfies your hunger or craving immediately, real estate is not a instantaneous event, right? We got to market the home, we got to get a contract. Then typically the buyers, about 90% of them, are going to get a loan. That takes time. So it's not like an immediate thing. But I do see owners and agents rush to the market every single week right here in the Triad. And the thing that stinks is they go so fast and they end up having to put on the brakes because they skipped steps and issues were uncovered. So, I mean, just this week, to give you an idea, so in real estate, we have all this great vernacular. So encroachment basically means at the end of the day, this guy's fence is on somebody else's property. Fancy word for it, encroachment, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, anyway, we can't just it's got to be some legalese thing in real estate. So, but this is what we call a material fact, and those things are required to be disclosed to any potential buyer. Now, because we have a system and process for this, we discovered the issue before the home was put on the market. The interesting thing is the neighbor whom we are encroaching on, his house is already on the market with another real estate company. And so we notified that agent of what we had discovered, of which they said, "Oh, I had no clue. How do you even find this stuff out?" So, again, it goes back to process. And so my guess is they didn't have one. They didn't have a system. They didn't have a system of discovery, obviously by her or his statement. I'll leave it gender neutral there. But what I could see was they were in a hurry to get out there as fast as they could, and they skipped some steps. And, the reason this is a big deal is the encroachment affects the title on the property. And so if that issue can't be resolved, the owner is going to be in breach of contract because this affects the title. And so, which really stinks, because then the buyer, if the seller can't get it fixed, the buyer can walk away from the contract. But there's a little other side to that. Not only can they walk away from the contract, they're entitled to recover all the money that they've invested into this purchase. So their due diligence fee that was non-refundable now is refundable. If they had earnest money, it's refundable. Maybe they did inspections, had attorney's fees, had an appraisal, had whatever. Any of the money that they spent to do their due diligence is all refundable. So not only does the owner not get his house sold, the owner ends up writing a check back to the buyer. And so talk about a bad day, right, Keith? I mean, It's like, I thought
double
we
whammy.
were like, a huge double whammy. And so the real kicker is all that time that the house was under contract. Let's just say it was 20 days, and then this was discovered. When you go back to market, you don't start day one. Now you're day 21. You've lost all that time, and so it leaves a negative mark on the house. Now, us being these little amazing human creatures that we are, what do you think the first thing a buyer thinks when a home re-enters the market? I can tell you, because they say it all the time. I wonder what was wrong with the house. Well, probably nothing, but the title, it's not like we go in there and pontificate all these different things as to why the home re-entered the market, because most people don't even read the comments that we put out there. They just look at the pretty pictures, and they just assume, wow, this house looks really nice, but it's been on the market for 22 days or 52 days or 82 days, and all the other homes have been on the market for a week, and they're already under contract. What's wrong with the house? So all I can say is all of that could have easily been avoided with proper systems and due diligence on behalf of the agent and the owner, but most of the time it's the agent. This is why I've told you guys forever and ever and ever, make sure you hire a professional agent and not just a licensed agent. This is where experience, systems, and processes pay off. There's a very big difference between the two.